This is the cipher tweet. Ahora Babylon real. En esta ocasión traigo a los gangsters más gangsters de la zona. Y vengo con la familia gang. ¿Cómo dice? Llaman a real. Traigo el mensaje puro y crudo para el momento. No palabras vanas que rompen los sentimientos. Lucharé y derribaré los muros del lamento. Pídeme pues te daré los sueños que están muertos. Nunca el demonio dio mensajes de amor, pero tampoco los dio el ángel que nos abandona. Quizás miremos diferente el reloj, pero tu cielo es el infierno donde el amor murió. Political violence, criminal physical redemption hasta cacaca del baile. Typical style, musical fraile. Mucha es la promesa en la que se han llevado el aire. Love and love and love. Siente verdad como doy mi corazón. No more, no more, no more. It's a reggae cipher. Feed the world. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí.
Fue que me brotaron alas y ganas de volar. En las buenas mi terreno lleno, en las malas solar. Un muro que decorar, mis hermanos me sirven de guía, mi estrella polar. Guarda los hilos, me duele hasta respirar. Solo quiero ver verdad. Sigo buscándome lejos de lo que piensas. Más fácil de lo que crees, el esfuerzo trae recompensas. Vale la experiencia si es intensa. No tires de la cuerda si está tensa. Miraban al ocaso con tristeza. Las estrellas devolvían con grandeza su mirar. Nos vimos floreciendo en la maleza. La belleza de las piezas y comienzan a encajar.
Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí.
51, 52, con un micro de bambú, más vueltas que Passepartout. Me siento en la old school. It's magnetic kung fu, it's a reggae magnatur. Por las almas sonrientes que acompañan a Zazú. En bambalinas y balú, son rimas de menú, no salidas de velour, pero calidad y del sur. Homie, always lonely, but I feeling like a gangsta. 52, 53, a mí sí me ves venir, por eso me llaman King, ese fue mi devenir. De marchar o seguir, nunca tuve que elegir, la music me eligió a mí, no tengo nada más que decir. Saifa, Puniga, Loba, Grimble, Fire, Killerman, Smoker, Chusta, feel like a Rasta, Child Metal, Kimanes, original a reggae Saifa again.
Interna en la villa del pingüino, entre los calin en la antena y los que se encuentran dormidos zarandean tus emociones cual barril de vino, cosas feas quizás en tus ideas, pero aquí no, yo no atino, disparo sin mirar a todo aquel vampiro que bien te quiera hincarme, bro. Si lo digo, no es para pensar, sino para aclarar lo que tú siempre estás pensando. Acaba el tan magnífico, imposible de torcer metal, sustama, bro. Reggae warriors again, making connection after connection. My new world, reaching the freedom from them. Me more. Nanny boy represent this game.
What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Throw the tangle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti, pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí. What time is it? Es de reventar reventar el beat. Flow the jungle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti. Pues llegaron los señores y la voz
No
de
hace
nuevo
falta
aquí.
presentación si existe nivel. Sobreviviendo en Babilonia escribí al papel mis problemas cuando al final pude entender que para ser feliz solo tienes que querer. Que solamente hay una vida y es para vivir. Busca siempre una alternativa para seguir. No dejes nunca que te digan que no es así. Y prende un poco de sativa para estar chill. Ey, superando ansiedades con el humo de cancha. Manchas de un pasado trágico en la cancha. Seguimos siendo fuertes, su mierda no me engancha. Mientras otros esperando a que lleguen en lancha. No matter where you come, no matter where you come from. Solo importa que prestes atención a este sound. Desde the original, Killer Man al mando. Oh, na, na, na.
Mira, soy un warrior, sonido legendario. Disfruto cada segundo cuando me subo al escenario. Tengo fuego en los labios, sigo cual mercenario. Pasos de gigante y cora revolucionario. Siento que es necesario, suena el reggae en los barrios. Para que cale el mensaje y para salvar a los más sabios. Entre en mi imaginario, quemo cheques bancarios. Si vienes con la mala vibra, mejor bro, cambia tu itinerario. Ya, 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 ya. Cuando ruge el león suena la música real. Venimos con el ya, 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 ya. Sonido de guión es el sonido original. Ya, 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 ya. Reggae de corazón es el que se hace en unidad. Ya, 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 ya.
What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Flow the jungle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti. Pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí. What time is it? Es de reventar el beat. Flow the jungle in the street. Reggae music on the hit. Romperemos las barreras que crearon para ti. Pues llegaron los señores y la paz de nuevo aquí.
Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hope you guys can hear that bird. Hope y'all can hear that bird. Hey, shalom, Julio. Hey, man, it's crazy how you work late, bro, and you wake up so early, man. I get it, man. We just work. I fell asleep at 12 last night. I was been at the I was working at the office all day because even though I was doing video, it was kind of like a recorded ones at the aftermath, right? So I had to work. So I was here all day. Got home. Well, I would go back, get some food, then come back to work, right? So I finally finished all my stuff. I get home, it's like 11 o'clock. I have some dinner, shower. Then I asked my wife to help me with my back. And as soon as she started giving me a massage, I just fell asleep. Wake up at 4, bam, got ready, all over again. You know what I'm saying? Yes, bro. Got that kids ready for school. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro. Hey, that's the beauty about that's the beauty about being raza, homeboy. That's the beauty about being raza. You cannot take this away from us, nor is this freely given. This is a spiritual thing that we carry. That we do the work. We do the thing. We do the damn thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, man. And hey, listen, I actually understand now. All right. So I mean, not that I didn't, but the whole siesta thing, right? Supposedly other nations do it, and quite frankly, they don't. Okay, so let me explain something. Hold on, let me turn this back. All right. In case you guys don't know, now I don't know if other nationalities do this. I don't think so, but from my experience, us so-called Hispanics, right? ¿Qué ole, todo piece, that estudiante, you know what I'm saying? We all go to work. So raza loves to wake up early. We love to wake up early. From my understanding, us, man, we don't sleep that well. My dad didn't really sleep well. He'd wake up early every day and, comb his hair, do the shower and everything, man. 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So I do that now. Again, I'm doing it again, just like 6, 7 years ago, man. I just kind of get in the routine, right? And I start at 4 in the morning. I get my work done. And right around 11 or 12, I start feeling a little sleepy. So then I go home, I take my 2-hour power nap, and I come back to work. And I'm all over again. You know what I'm saying? I don't take no 15-minute breaks. I'm like, oh my God, need 30 minutes. Nah, man, this is the way we are, bro. That's why it's so beautiful to know who we are according to the Bible. So now, let's get started with this, man, because I know you guys have to work, and I only have about, let's say, an hour and a half or 2. So let me start with this. First of all, I want to thank you, bro, in case you see this. I really appreciate why you do this, and I show my family, man. It's a motivation. This isn't, I don't like to toot my horn or anything. This is motivation because sometimes I'm like, bro, why do I even do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I even do this? Like, my gente don't even believe or anything. But there's some of you brothers out there, and Julio, I think I got your video, bro, and I couldn't see it for some reason on Telegram, so you may want to send it to me again. Some of y'all do listen and hear and apply. Again, we're gonna find out. The reason I did the title, I'm gonna show you the title real quick. Let's start with the title because let's not get it twisted here. You know what I'm saying? Let's find out exactly what this title is. So there's a method to my madness, always has been. And if you guys see, this is the title right here. Okay. Get the facts. BHI, false history. As you can see, the so-called struggle and the so-called Willie Lynch letter, which they so eloquently preach and claim that that's their history. So what I'm here to do is, this is a chalk, and I'm at the school right now. Get the facts. Okay? These are the facts. There's no emotion behind it. But anyhow, I appreciate you, bros, because this is motivation, and it keeps me going. So Let's hear it. So I thank you, bro. Okay, I got some videos. Let me see. Thank you, appreciate you, man. Implement this. I could get pulled over, and you guys could too. President.
All praise to the Most High Yah. Fam, do me a favor. If y'all like me, if you love me, if you like my content, if you support me, do me a favor. I don't ask y'all for anything, but go follow these two gentlemen right here, Indigenous Sentry and Joshua the Canaanite Slayer. Go follow these two gentlemen right here. I need to get them up to 1,000 ASAP. Once they get up to 1,000, I can join them on their lives, or they can join me. However it goes down, but it's going down. These two gentlemen, these two brothers, I need y'all, fam, please. I'm asking y'all, I'm begging y'all, get these gentlemen up to 1,000 ASAP. You will not be disappointed.
So apparently with TikTok, you need 1,000 followers. I didn't know that. And that's what the brother is suggesting. So I appreciate you, bro. And this was a cool one. And I think Julio, I think he got the design from you, man. I think so, bro. Cause you did that, right? You did that for me. But this brother right here, like, used it at the end, man. So I appreciate you, bros, man. This, to me, this is like more than, other channels are like BHIs, right? They always ask for money. Donate, right? Donate. You know what I'm saying? Go to Patreon. Like, I don't need that, bro. We all work. I can handle it. All I ask the Most High is just put me in a position where I can take care of my family. That's all I want. I want to be responsible to take care of my family. I want to feed my own children. I don't want them to lack, okay? And I want to raise them to be good men and good women under the scriptures, okay? So that's what I want. So when I see this right here, this is all like this, man. This is so much. It means so much more than money. You can't buy this stuff here because it means something, okay? So I appreciate you, bros. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Lord willing, I get to 1,000, man. I'd like to be on TikTok because I definitely want to get on these wobbles, bro. Oh my God, do I want? Oh my God, do I want to get on them wobbles? Let's go. Here goes. I wanted to sink in. This is what they're talking about. When you hear Eisenhower, they're talking Operation Wetback.
Back in the White House, I will terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration and begin the largest deportation operation in American history.
The horrifying story of the program Donald Trump wants to emulate. So you see him, you see me, you see you guys. When or if they implement this, I could get pulled over, and you guys could too. President praised Dwight Eisenhower's mass deportation effort, Operation Wetback. Although he's been careful not to mention its name, which was based on the slur used to refer to Mexican immigrants, not Puerto Ricans, not Cubans, not Salvadoreños, not Nicaraguenses, not Brazilians, not Dominican Republicans, not Haitians. No, Mexicans who would swim to the Rio Grande to cross over into Texas. Operation Wetback. Hey, man. Hey, Julio. I think you did that. So I don't know how this brother got that one, bro. That's pretty tight. I think that looks like me. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, bro. The droopy eyes and everything. I got a little bit of hair, though, bro. Like, I got a little bit of hair. You know what I'm saying? You could have put a little bit of that's hella tight. Again, man, you can't put any value on this. Yeah, right? Yeah, bro. You can't put any money on this, bro. This to me means so much more than any donation I could have been asking for, man. This is beautiful, bro. And this motivates me. Mexica Chronicles YouTube channel, right? So I appreciate you guys, man. And that's what this is about. Motivating each other to continue this fight. Because quite frankly, yeah, I know, bro. Quite frankly, we need each other. This is motivation for sure. Motivation for sure. Now, let's begin. I'm gonna try to be here an hour. And again, remember the topic. Remember what I showed y'all, okay? Remember what I actually said, and remember the what do you call it? I forget the thumbnail. The thumbnail. Remember the thumbnail, okay? The thumbnail is get the facts. BHI's false history. Now, the reason I say false history is because, as we can see now, that they have created a historical background, self-proclaiming themselves to be people of the scriptures, only to fit prophecy, when in fact, when you do the research, you find out that they were no different. They were no different than the so-called Anglo. Let me show you something real quick. Let me see if I can actually get it. I should have downloaded it yesterday. I had it. Let's see. What is it? African. Okay, let's see. Columbus, Africa, the African nation. Yeah. Here, I'll do this. Okay, because I know I have it in this page. I know I have it here. So let me go to it. And let's see if I can get it real quick. Hold on. So we showed ya. Remember, facts tell, stories sell. And as you know, these are black conquistadors. Okay? So we don't lie in this channel. All right? That's why this here, it's BHI false doctrine. Okay? Why? Because things like this. Okay? So now I'm going to show you something that says very important. In case you guys haven't seen this. It says, while the number of African explorers is impossible to determine, they participated in some way in virtually all. Okay? Listen to this. In virtually all. Not some, not a few, not just one. That the African, the West African, the ones that claim to be the so-called Hebrews of the Bible right now, you know, you black people or Negroes, however y'all want to call yourselves, okay? While the number of African explorers is impossible to determine. Now, we know explorers, we would think African slaves. No, al contraire, mon frère. African explorers participated. But first of all, it's impossible to determine. So Sakari said one conquistador. That's a lie. I've found many, but it says here it's impossible to determine how many they were. What do you mean? So here we go. In virtually all the Spanish expeditions in the New World in the 16th century, meaning from 1492 up until the 16th century. Okay. So keep that in mind, for 1492 up until the 16th century. Okay. Now, these black conquistadors, okay, I'm not saying it. This is what they're saying. These black, meaning these Africans, these Negroid, all right, these people with woolly hair, flat noses, thick lips, these people that claim to be of the Americas now, the so-called Wabos, who said, you know, they so eloquently want to say that there are people of this continent, okay, another false notion, another false history. Because when you look at facts like their diet, they actually cannot, with any possible way, prove through their diet that they're of these continents.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
You are Africans. So here we go. These black conquistadors set an example for subsequent racial relations throughout the entire Spanish colonial experience. So these Africans have a lot to do with what transpired in the Americas, okay? Living their daily lives with degrees of complexity, meaning on what we used to assume, like the actual false history, the notion that they were in slave ships and thrown overboard and all those things, right? Those are all fallacies. It's not true. So it says, living their daily lives with degrees of complexity that rarely would be achieved by black men and women in early English settlements in the Caribbean and North America. Now, what it's saying is, unlike the history that we were taught before, okay? Hold on, let me talk about that. It's actually saying, hold on, let me do this, because can you guys see it? Nah, it's better this way. It's better this way. It's better this way. What it's actually saying, let me read it again. Living their daily lives with degrees of complexity. And it's like, I thought you guys were slaves. No, that rarely would be achieved by black men and women in early English settlements. Now, you see how it says not Negro? It didn't say Negro, black. Now, the terminology of black, because this guy is a current person now. He wrote this book. It's called, oh, man. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I don't want to I don't want to misrepresent. Let me see if I can actually find it, if I have it here. The African Americans. That's it right here. This is the book right here, okay? This book right here, The African Americans, Many Rivers to Cross, by Henry Louis Gates. Y'all know this guy. Henry Louis Gates. Henry Louis Gates Jr. That's this guy right here. Okay? That's him. You see? He wrote this book. Okay? He's the one that's going around telling black folks that they have absolutely zero, maybe 1% native blood. Maybe. Tina Turner, you are the tribe of Europe. You people make me laugh. Anyways, so let's continue. It says here, and I quote, these black conquistadors set an example for subsequent racial relations throughout the entire Spanish colonial experience, living their daily lives with degrees of complexity that rarely would be achieved by black men and women in early English settlements in the Caribbean and in North America. You see what I'm saying, family? Be mindful that the 13 colonies were not just by white people. Be mindful that the 13 colonies, when they were implementing Partis Equitur Ventrum, was not towards black people. It was towards our sisters, our native brothers, and our native sisters, and their children. So the law was that if they, through the Indian Act, the Retribution Act, all of those things that were written in the 1640s, 1650s, right? I've done classes on this, fam. In 1662, that law was passed that said, if a woman of native descent is captured, regardless of what situation it be, she will be a slave forever. And if those children are born through her, they'll be slaves as well. So our sisters were being partaken in actual sale of her bodies, of needs. Watch this real quick. Okay? Give me a second. These are facts. So a lot of times people disregard these pictures. All right? They disregard these pictures. They think that these pictures don't mean anything. Absolutely not. Well, let's analyze this picture, family, okay? We see a room full of people. Now, as you can see, the obvious thing, it's in the, 1800s maybe? You know what I'm saying? Like between 1800, 1900, like 1850, 60, 1840, around those times, right? So what we see here, now we get a closer look. Let's channel analyze here. You see, these are so-called gringos, right? All with their big hats. But then you start going over here, and then you start seeing, why aren't we seeing faces here? And then who are these people here? Who is this person going upstairs? And now we see these Anglos here dealing with these people. Look, he's holding her hand. You see how this guy and this girl talking? They don't seem cautiously waiting to be sold. Why? No. You see, they're assuming that you are going to interpret this as a, yes, their women are being sold. No. Because this man here, this guy's a Negro, African descent, West African descent. Okay? He is holding her hand. And he is selling her. And he is saying, everybody, take the 10, you know, all that little talk, right? And he's making sure that she don't go anywhere. And what does this sister look? Who does she look like? She looks like nothing more but nothing less like the sister from the Loteria. This is one of our sisters. Partes equitor ventrum was not meant to to subjugate black women to slavery. No. That's why a lot of some of these black folks that look like our people in a way, it's because your people were raping our people. Ah, there, Judah. That's just Jake. We're going to see the video right now. But let's analyze this, okay? So here is why I'm saying get the facts. Let's not get this false history. So now let's begin again. While the number of African explorers is impossible to determine, they participated in some way in virtually all the Spanish expeditions in the New World in the 16th century, in all. So when they took over, Christopher Columbus, when he came, he had black folks with him. When Cortez came, he had black folks with him. So now that we think about all of these movies that we see, people of dark skin, we thought they were dirty. No, they were hinting. You see, the elites don't want to give you a big hint. They want to hint things at you. So we started seeing these. Okay, so now these black conquistadors set an example for subsequent racial relations throughout the entire Spanish colonial experience, living their daily lives with degrees of complexity that rarely would be achieved by black men and women in early English settlements, the Caribbean, and North America. Indeed, watch this, wherever Spain set its flag of conquest in the Americas, Africans, listen to this, Africans helped hold the pendant. You see that? Africans helped hold the pendant at every single conquest. In every single conquest. Let that sink in. In every single conquest, the African was helping the Anglo. And who was financing all of this? The fake Jew. That's right.
Gotcha, bitch.
We talked about three heads. The eagle. Remember this? Another class, I did it too. They participated in the exploration of the lands that would become modern-day Mexico. Oh, man, yeah, you know what? Explain this to me. Explain this to me, Wobbles. Or blacks. Explain this to me, blacks. Or Africans, whatever you want to call yourselves, because I'm not going to call you African Americans because you're not of the Americas. Explain this to me. They participated in the exploration of the lands that would become modern Mexico. By the way, the person that gave smallpox to the majority of the Mexican people was an African. Those are facts. They participated in the exploration of lands that would become modern-day Mexico, Costa Rica, Honduras, Panama, Venezuela, Peru, and Chile, as well as Florida. The nerve of you to name your son Tupac Shakur when Tupac Amura was from Peru. You see? At every step of the way, you falsify your history. Some way or the other, you walk around. It's kind of like what do you call those kids? Those kids that go around collecting tags. The kids that they try to help elderly cross the street. What do they do, man? Boy Scouts. They go around collecting pins. That's what y'all do. You're going around collecting pins of other people's history, like in this way here. Now, Tupac, we're the people of the Bible. We're the people of America now. Oh, my God. First, the people of the Bible. That didn't work. Now you're the people of America. That's not working either. Venezuela, Peru, and Chile, as well as Florida, Arizona. By the way, Florida was part of Spain at one point, and there was a lot of black people in that area. So there's a lot of history that you black folks don't know about in Florida. You should do some digging. 1763 and prior. That may help you a little bit. It may actually help you grow. And you'll start falsifying your own history. You see, you can't go like this and then make everybody believe what is a lie. You can't lie to yourself and think that everybody's going to believe you. New Mexico and Texas, men such as Juan Garrido, which is the picture I showed you, Esteban de Rodriguez, Gaspar Yanga, just to name a few. So now let's listen in. Because again, Amaruca, there you go, Tupac Amuraca, right? Tupac Amuraca, something like that, out of Peru. So now, once again, this is a testimony that I'm not saying it. He's saying it. He's saying it about his people. And you know what? He's not wrong. So we're gonna listen in, and then we're going to listen to it twice. But I'm gonna break it down a little bit the second time. All right, let's go.
Bunch of weak black men in America, homie, who read a bunch of books, but the books and the knowledge that they read, it don't manifest in none of their lives. They talk that Hebrew, we this, we that. Show us, nigga. Stop making movies. Stop sounding poetic and intelligent. Come show us who we are. Tired of motherfuckers telling us who we are. Because based on our actions, we ain't none of that shit they talking, my nigga. We ain't none of that shit they talking. And I don't want to be a part of nothing that cursed me 2,000 years ago. As good as my mother was, homie. As good as our ancestors was as slaves. Nigga, them people never became hateful. So you mean to tell me whatever God these motherfucking Hebrews serve, that God is still punishing black children from something 2,000 years ago? Why are black Hebrews the only one with this knowledge and saying it's the 12 tribes of Judah? You don't hear Mexicans saying that shit? You don't hear Puerto Ricans? You don't hear Dominicans? Why are these dumbass American black people the only ones saying this, my nigga? But they can't show us. Show us who we are, nigga. Because we don't believe it by you telling us. When we go online and see what we see. When you niggas won't stand up to the industry. You niggas won't stand up to the Jewish ran industry that's promoting, propagating, glorifying, pushing, detriment and destruction by way of lyrical content. And if you believe that Bible, you know rapping, nigga, is the greatest force of a demonic force known to man. If you believe that Bible, Hebrew, I don't believe nothing you can read about God. I don't believe nothing you can read about God. How you gonna tell me about God something you, me, or now motherfucker talking have ever seen or spoke to? How you gonna tell me about God? Based on your personal comprehension. Everything that a preacher preaches, everything that a religious leader speaks out of his mouth is based on their own personal reading comprehension. I don't believe that a man is telling me about a God. Show me a Jesus. Show me a Prophet Muhammad. Show me a Gandhi. Show me a motherfucker that can't read but that can write a Quran. Show me. Show me a motherfucker that can raise the dead. Don't tell me about a motherfucker. Show me. My mama showed me. My mama showed me a God to hold on to. So nigga, if you can't show me what my mama showed me, nigga. If you can't love me unconditionally like my mother does according to how they say God love us, you can't tell me about no motherfucking God. You can't love me unconditionally like you say God do, but my mother does. So whatever God that woman tell me about, that's the God I want. Because she done showed me. The Hebrew niggas can't show us, my nigga. Show us this power, nigga, in numbers. In the community, not at that white boy stadium. Come to the community, nigga, when a nigga kill a nigga, and show us 200 niggas. Stand around the family that's burying somebody, nigga, and show me 200 niggas and cry with them people, nigga. An NBA player. A scare-ass NBA player that got to do like every other nigga, including them niggas who take off on their job, nigga, and submit to their coward nature when they clock in at work. Because they ain't talking Hebrew on the job. They ain't talking Hebrew on the job. They ain't asking for Hebrew religious rights on the job. Develop a Hebrew church, nigga, that's bigger than the Jew church. Other than that, man, these niggas just talking, homie. And I don't want my God coming from no book, and I don't want my God coming from no man telling me about
So let's find out. By the way, shalom, Jeremias. Nice to see you, bro. Hey, shalom, Masha. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you guys being here. The topic is called BHI's false history. Again, I'm gonna basically tackle. So look, like I've said it before in another class. I was trying to take a break from this, continue to teach our people whatever. And but all of a sudden, man, they sent one of their spies, and she had the audacity, their favorite word, to say that the Operation Wetback was a lie. So right away, I snapped and said, Willing Insulators a damn lie. So I'm like, listen, man, you all want to hit the hornet's nest? Fine, wake me up. You want some? I got a lot in store for you. So now let's analyze this. Okay, just giving you a heads up to what's going on. So now let's analyze this again. So listen to this, what he says, and I'm going to show you some things. All right, let's go.
Of a bunch of weak black men in America, homie, who read a bunch of books, but the books and the knowledge that they read, it don't manifest in none of their lives. They talk that Hebrew, we this, we that. Show us, nigga. Stop making movies. Stop sounding poetic and intelligent.
See that right there? He's like, really? I don't see that's what's really manifesting. Stop making movies like, you know, Negroes to Hebrews to Negroes, all of that dumb stuff. Like, for real, man. That's a dumb one. The guy with the big ass forehead, right? You just cut your hair out, bro. Seriously. And then the other one where it's like the guy's complaining about different camps. You know what I'm saying? So all of these movies about like, oh, you know, the people of the Bible. He's like, listen, I'm sorry, but from what I see, I don't see any of that. Let's go.
Intelligent, come show us who we are. Tired of motherfuckers telling us who we are. Because based on our actions, we ain't none of that shit they talking, my nigga.
Boom. Based on our actions, we're not that people. Why? Because of this. Check this out. It's true. Look, watch.
All these people in California are robbing in a free-for-all frenzy.
Well, well, well.
Prop 47 was passed in the United States, in states like California, where if someone robs any merchandise under $950, then it's not a felony anymore.
And black folks just went apeshit. You notice that every single one of those clips, there's black folks in it? You can't call the person that reported this racist. All he did was show the proof of what's happening. It's all on video. All races do this, not just black people. Show me the video. We pulled out multiple examples here. Stealing is not the answer. The whole point of that proposition was to lower the overcrowding in prisons. But all it did was give the black community a pass to steal more shit. That's why I'm so glad I left California. I don't even want to be anywhere near this shit.
By reclassifying certain offenses as misdemeanors, the law aimed to divert offenders from long prison sentences and provide more focus on rehabilitation. But some people argue this has become a free pass with no consequences for theft.
And what did the black community do? Literally just treat this like a fucking sale event. Clothing, jewelry. Then when they get caught, they want to say, oh, it's because I'm black. No, it's because you're a damn thief. You know who needs to say something about this? BLM. BLM needs to come out and say something about the amount of theft that black people are doing. So let me get this straight. Black Lives Matter only makes sense, comes out, and uproots from the ground like Call of Duty zombies when a white cop kills a black person. But not when the entire black community is being destroyed from within. Ah, got it.
Gotcha, bitch.
Salon and tried to leave without paying. When I confronted her and asked her to come back inside and pay, she physically assaulted me. She ended up getting away without pay.
Gotcha, bitch.
Even though she hit me for asking her to stop and pay. She ended up dropping her phone and I picked it up. We still have it.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha,
and
bitch.
People wonder why well is trending. All that shit, you lose your phone, you get tackled, you have to fight. Just pay for your fucking nails.
Gotcha, bitch.
Man, the black community is starting to piss me off, man. Because this is fucking ridiculous. This is all we're seeing at this point. Yeah, I'm getting tagged in a couple of white folks stealing videos, but nothing like this, okay? It's not even close. The black community is single-handedly shitting on itself. Don't believe me? You don't believe me? Look at this shit. Is mass looting a fucking joke now? I swear, man, ratchet shit is a fucking disease. Because that was in the UK. The negatives in black American culture is now just infecting the world.
Damn, oh my dear dude. I didn't even know. Hold on a second. This is beautiful. Seriously, again, it goes back to, let's get the facts. Let's get the facts. You see, unlike other people, from the brothers I talked to and few sisters, we are in the process of repenting. We are taking this as the days of atonement, the days of repentance. We got that grace period. It ain't about being free for all. Me too, yeah. It's about days of atonement. Like, for example, all of us are, some of you brothers right here that are on this channel right now watching, you know, some of them worked at 12 o'clock last night and that got up at 6 in the morning. Okay? These are brothers that work. Estudiante too, like, you know, get up early. This is what we do. This is what we do. We don't complain. We don't make excuses. We don't justify laws to break them. No. We don't say, oh, reparations. We're the people of the Bible, but don't at any point participate like the people of the Bible that should be acting the part. Not at all. So that's why I wanted to show that video. But let's finish it off because you're not done.
Mass looting stunt. I still get messages saying, oh, Maurice, you're not helping the black community by calling this shit out. I am not the one stealing. You don't see me out there in a mass looting stunt. And if I just so happen to end up at a nail shop, which I won't, I'm gonna pay for my shit. Damn, man. And they wonder why they came up with hurry up and buy.
Watch this one here. Oh, we're not done. Oh man, no, the guy actually makes sense. He actually made sense, and he's like, bro, we're stop saying we're those people, because we're not. I'm not seeing that we're the people, because check this out.
So you telling me it's not enough to go to the club and just have a section and a couple of bottles and drink them? It's not enough to go to the club with your car or your jewelry and try to show off. You don't even go to the club. Nobody even goes to the club to dance. You're literally going to the club to come dump liquor on the floor to impress another man, to impress some people that don't even like your, like, what has happened to us? What has happened? Is this really our culture? Is this culture? This is the subculture that we holding on to. Now you don't even, we've already taken dancing out of the club. Everybody want to look cool. But now you're taking it a step level to say, man, we're going to order $7,000 worth of liquor and dump it out on the floor. All I wanted to do is salute the club owners that are supplying you with the bottles. And if I own that club, I would charge you $4,000 a bottle. I say, pour it out. All you want, pour all of it out. Because not only are you pouring out liquor, you're pouring out your soul. You have a...
Gotcha, bitch.
You see, family, that's why when he said what he said, let's go back now. Let me lose my point, because what he said is no joke. How can you guys sit here and say
of a bunch of weak black men in America, homie?
Watch this.
Who read a bunch of books, but the books and the knowledge that they read, it don't manifest in none of their lives. They talk that Hebrew, we this, we that. Show us, nigga. Stop making movies. Stop sounding poetic and intelligent. Come show us who we are. Tired of motherfuckers telling us who we are. Because based on our actions, we ain't none of that shit they talking, my nigga. We ain't none of that shit they talking. And I don't want to be a
and we prove that right now, okay? So let's go.
part of nothing that cursed me 2,000 years ago. As good as my mother was, homie. As good as our ancestors was as slaves. Nigga, them people never became hateful. So you mean to tell me whatever God these motherfucking Hebrews serve, that God is still punishing black children from something 2,000 years ago? Why are black Hebrews the only one with this knowledge and saying it's a 12 tribes of Judah? You don't hear Mexicans saying that shit?
You see that right there? That's another one. To think that the Jews are only black. Blackity, black, black, black. You got to have woolly hair, and you have to have melanated skin. You got to have a flat nose, and you got to have thick lips to make it into the kingdom. And you have to believe that God and the Messiah are blackity, black, black, black. They say that they're not of Ham. Ham exists based on their doctrine in this world. They look like Ham. They act like Ham. They talk like Ham. They eat like Ham, but they're not of Ham. Let's continue.
You don't hear Puerto Ricans, you don't hear Dominicans. Why are these dumbass American black people the only ones saying this, my nigga?
So in this channel, that's why when people ask, oh, you guys are just Hispanics only. Well, I'm going to ask you, when you see a Hispanic, what do you think? Just Hispanics that just, do Hispanics just look like me? No. We have a variety of features. This is why in the land of Shem, we have a variety of features. We also mix with other nations, but it's of the Father. You see, it's not of anything more than anything less. And you will always see the people of the scriptures by their fruits, how they conduct themselves, what their children are like. Because listen, in my household, we all fasted for Day of Atonement. And we fasted for more days. We're not showing off. I'm not showing off. I'm proud of the fact that my household believes. I have a 19-year-old daughter, 11-year-old son, a 2.5-year-old baby girl, and a 22-year-old son who's autistic, okay? Yet they believe. It's very difficult in these times of 19 years old to do those things. They don't celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate New Year's. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving. They don't celebrate birthdays. My kids we haven't talked about birthdays in 5-6 years. Make that make sense. Let's go.
But they can't show us. Show us who we are, nigga. Because we don't believe it by you telling us.
And this is why on this channel, I show you who we are. I show you who we are according to this book right here. According to this book right here, right? Why? Because I've told you, I've dealt with issues, addiction. I've stopped. And nothing helped me but this book right here. So we speak by actions. I see brothers that do the same thing. We're leading by example. Let's go.
We go online and see what we see. When you niggas won't stand up to the industry, you niggas won't stand up to the Jewish ran industry that's promoting, propagating, glorifying.
And I've told you guys this before. I've said it before. Just like in 1492 is the same so-called Jews, the fake ones, right? They financed all of the slavery, the ships, the bonds, to ensure the cargo, the people, all of that stuff, right? Because people had to invest in that potentiality. That's where this whole, the New York stock market. We were the stock. We still are technically, okay? We're the trade. So they would insure a boat. So then they would say, okay, so listen, we're going to insure this boat. There's a good guarantee because the captain, he knows how to sail. He can make it work. So he's going to bring so many things, so many goods. So we're going to invest in this potentiality at this price. When they come back, you owe us that much plus interest, okay? So who was first-hand gaining this access? These so-called Jews. The fake ones, the ones that are crying right now, crying wolf over there. You know what I'm saying? So what he's talking about is these same people are now promoting promiscuousness, movies, all of these things, right? And we don't see any Negroes, black folks pushing back. No. Y'all in cahoots with them.
Pushing, detriment, and destruction by way of lyrical content. And if you believe that Bible, you know rapping, nigga, is the greatest force of a demonic force known to man.
Bam!
If you believe that Bible, Hebrew. I don't believe nothing you can read.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That you guys, because of the way that you are, your spirit, the seditious nation that you are, he's speaking facts. I'm going to show you when Jubilee says it.
I don't believe nothing you can read, homie, about God. I don't believe nothing you can read about God. How you going to tell me about God something you, me, or now motherfucker talking have ever seen or spoke to? Nothing you can read about God. Man, if you believe that Bible, Hebrew, I don't believe nothing you can read, homie, about God. Ran industry that's promoting the industry. You niggas won't stand up to the Jewish ran industry that's promoting, propagating, glorifying, pushing, detriment, and destruction by way of lyrical content. And if you believe that Bible, you know rapping, nigga, is the greatest force of a demonic force known.
Put up themselves on Facebook under women's
Hold on
names.
a second.
It'll be a
My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I was on mute. Let me go ahead and read this again. It says here, Thank you, my brother. It says, Matthew 7:15. Be on your guard against false prophets. They come to you like sheeps on outside, but in the inside, they are really like wild wolves. You will know them by what they do. Thorn bushes do not bear grapes, and briars do not bear figs. Okay? Let's see if I can do this one here like that. No, that one. How do I do that? Let me see if I can do this like this. There it goes, right there. Okay. Verse 15. You will know them by what they do. Thorn bushes do not bear grapes. Briars do not bear figs. So, like, a pig cannot bear a rabbit, or a pig cannot have a cow. You know what I mean? Unclean cannot have clean. Just like clean doesn't have unclean. A healthy tree bears good fruit. This is why I was saying Leviticus 19:23. You guys got to really read that parabolically, meaning you need to see yourselves on the process of those trees. 3 to 5 year growth. For some of you, it's going to take 5 to 10 years. Every tree is different. A healthy tree bears good fruit, but a poor tree bears bad fruit. Now, remember, Hosea 10 talks about breaking down clods, all of that stuff. You're not reassessing, resetting, cleansing, breaking the clods, breaking the ground, watering that fallow ground, that dry brain of yours. That's why it says a healthy tree bears good fruit, but a poor tree bears bad fruit. Now, the only way you get healthy is through this book right here. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, but a poor tree cannot bear good fruit. And any tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown in the fire. So then you will know the false prophets, but what they do, and also but what they say. Okay? So let's listen in.
Put up themselves on Facebook under women's names. It'll be a man posing as a female.
Yes.
You know who you are. Posing as a female.
Yes.
The Conquistador doing that too. Posing as a female on Facebook and saying, yeah, I am IUIC, putting up incriminating pictures of us.
Right.
I am this, I am that. You think you slick? You know
okay. All of a sudden these memes come up where everybody picture and stuff typed on it. You started that. We know who you are. You edited video to lie on me. That trend started by you.
That's the Weasel. The Weasel?
That's right. Okay, the Conquistador.
Yes. Wow. And guess what, Wetback? Wow. And guess what, Wetback? Wow. And guess what, Wetback? And guess what, Wetback? What Wetback? What Wetback? What Wetback? What Wetback?
Let that sink in, fam. Let that sink in, family. Let that sink in. Because that's what they actually say. Let's go.
On the man. If you believe that Bible, Hebrew, I don't believe nothing you can read, homie, about God. I don't believe nothing you can read about God. How you gonna tell me about God something you, me, or now motherfucker talking have ever seen or spoke to? How you gonna tell me about God? Based on your personal comprehension. Everything that a preacher preaches, everything that a religious leader speaks out of his mouth is based on their own personal reading comprehension. I don't believe that a man is telling me about a God. Show me a Jesus. Show me a prophet Muhammad. Show me a Gandhi. Show me a motherfucker that can't read but that can write a Quran. Show me. Show me a motherfucker that can raise the dead. Don't tell me about a motherfucker. Show me. My mama showed me. My mama showed me a God to hold on to. So nigga, if you can't show me what my mama showed me, nigga. If you can't love me unconditionally like my mother does according to how they say God love us, you can't tell me about no motherfucking God. You can't love me unconditionally like you say God do, but my mother does. So whatever God that woman tell me about, that's the God I want. Because she done showed me. The Hebrew niggas can't show us, my nigga. Show us this power, nigga, in numbers. In the community, not at that white boy stadium. Come to the community, nigga, when a nigga kill a nigga and show us.
Boom, right there. That's the one he's talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. So, IUIC.
Who are you?
IUIC, we God, Zach. The Bible said it. I know. IUIC jumped on that with Kylie Irving, right? Oh, we're gonna come and support our brother. They're oppressing him. Makes $25 million a year. They're oppressing him. Sure. What he's saying is like, don't go do that over there. Go do that in the hood. They never show up in the hood. Oh no, y'all are bombs. That's why. Let's go.
Or 200 niggas. Stand around the family that's burying somebody, nigga, and show me 200 niggas and cry with them people, nigga. An NBA player. A scare-ass NBA player that got to do like every other nigga, including them niggas who take off on their job, nigga, and submit to their coward nature when they clock in at work. Because they ain't talking Hebrew on the job.
Man, ain't that the truth?
Gotcha, bitch.
They're not talking Hebrew at the job. You know, I was considering showing you guys something, but I was like, nah. Because there's people like in where I used to go to, IOIC, right? And the way that this guy conducts himself, and he's like, you know, white folks, 2-time losers. Like you can see the hate that he has towards white people, right? But this guy, he's an African. He works as human resource. IUIC, you know who I'm talking about in San Diego. Okay, you know who you are. Okay, you're in human resource, and I seen your face in Indeed, and you go like this. Check it out, fam. He's like, yeah, looking sideways. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? But he's in the street telling white folks how evil they are. Like this is what they do. He's telling so-called white folks that they're the people, that they're the devil. That since they enslave black people, that they're gonna be enslaved too. This is what they teach in the street. But yet, when you see the Indeed picture, he's literally like not that person. Oh, he's preppy, he's got a tie, and he's all smiling like the Anglo man. Hypocrisy. Y'all don't talk Hebrew in your job. You don't wear those outfits. No, not at all. Not at all. You don't shalom your boss. You don't shalom everybody, do you? No. It's a double tongue.
They ain't talking Hebrew on the job. They ain't asking for Hebrew religious rights on the job. Develop a Hebrew church, nigga, that's bigger than the Jew church.
It just gets good and good and good and good. So now I'm going to show you this from the Book of Jubilees so you can see what I'm talking about. You see, this people, like you said, we're nobody in the Bible. Man, come on, bro. We're over it. We're way over it. Jubilees, chapter 10, verse 28. Let's find out who these people are. And Ham, hold on, let me go back here. And Ham, okay? And his sons went into the land which he was to occupy, which he acquired as his portion in the land of the south. And Canaan saw the land of Lebanon to the river of Egypt, that it was very good. And he went not into the land of his inheritance. Hold on. Of his inheritance. Here it goes right here. And Canaan saw the land of Lebanon to the river of Egypt, that it was very good. And he went not into the land of his inheritance, to the west, that is the sea, West Africa.
Gotcha, bitch.
And he dwelt in the land of Lebanon, in Israel, eastward and westward from the border of Jordan and from the border of the sea. And Ham, okay, his father and his brother Cush and his brother Mizraim, his brother said to him, you have settled in a land which is not yours, and which did not fall to us by lot. Are they not doing this now, today, again? The Wabble is saying that they're on this continent now. Once again, you have settled in a land which is not yours, Negro, which did not fall to us by lot. Do not do so. For if you do so, you and your sons will fall in the land and be cursed through sedition, revolt, rebellion, thievery. We see it day in, day out. Sedition. We need to study this. Okay? What does the word sedition mean? It means sedition is the act of inciting a revolt or coup d'etat against a legally established government with the intent of destroying and overthrowing it. You see, so we see the act of not just you guys. We see the Anglo here does the same thing with their coup d'etat. And we have documentation, which we know that you guys have been mixing with the white man for some time. So I find it very interesting. But anyways, I don't want to confuse y'all because I can go real deep in this. There's several definitions of this. Sedition could be agitation, conduct, or speech inciting people to rebel against authority. Agitation, rabble rousing, troublemaking, provocation, inflaming, rebellion, revolt, insurrection, rioting, disobedience. So let's see disobedience. Sedition falls under disobedience. Unruly, waywardness, indiscipline, misbehavior, misconduct, delinquency, disruptiveness, troublemaking, mutiny, revolt, recalcitrance, noncompliance, delinquency. It still falls under sedition. Minor crime, especially that committed by young people. Oh, dear Jesus. What's wrong with your buttons? A failure to pay an outstanding debt. It says, do not do so, for if you do so, you and your sons will fall in the land and be accursed through sedition. For by sedition you have settled, and by sedition will your children fall, and you shall be rooted out forever. Dwell not in the dwelling of Shem, for Shem and his sons did it come by their lot. Cursed are you, and cursed shall you be beyond the sons of Noah, by the curse by which we bound ourselves by oath in the presence of the Kadesh judge, in the presence of Noah our father. But he did not listen to them, and dwelt in the land of Lebanon, from Hamath to the entering of Egypt, he and his sons until this day. Ooh, man, oh man. Do we not see them acting as if? Let's continue. For this reason, that land is named Canaan. That's why it's called Canaan. But you guys now want to say that Israel are Canaanites because they were out of Canaan. No, that land, that lot didn't belong to you guys. By sedition, through sedition, well, you guys lie. Well, you guys actually destroy yourselves. I'm almost done. So let's listen into this individual here. We're going to play him fast. And let me get to this point here. See, I'm going to tell you this right now, family. They love y'all. They just don't want to admit it. They love everything about y'all. They just don't want to admit it. Okay? Those are facts. They cannot stop thinking about raza. They want to be us. They want to be so like I don't even know. I can't wrap my mind around it. So check this out, okay? Let's listen in.
Then all of a sudden that information just disappeared. They've been hiding. This is going to be the greatest secret ever discovered. And it's already being revealed.
That black people are Mexicans. So now, are you going to get Operation Wet back to Africa? Let's listen in.
The Most High's already given us this information to reveal it to the world. Now, if people want to accept it, hey, that's up to you. If you want to, but the truth is the truth. So look at the bottom right here. Just give a little information about this picture you're about to see in a minute. Concerning the Mexicans' apparel, like with the ancient Mexicans and what we used to wear, okay? It is
what we used to wear, okay? So now they want to be Mexicans, family. They want to. Ay, güey, chica su madre, cabrón. I'm sorry, I don't even. Pero ni les gustan los frijoles, güey. No comen tortilla, no comen frijoles, no comen aguacate, no comen tomate, no comen pico de gallo, no comen tapatío, no les gusta el chile, no les gusta el pepino, no saben de ceviche, no saben de carne asada. ¿Qué más? No comen, ¿cómo se llaman? Chapulines. Chihuahua, por favor. Pero, hey, ahora los mexicanos tenemos afro hair. Now they're Mexican. Now they're the real Mexicans. Now we got Africans saying that they're the real Mexicans, family. This is unbelievable. Let's go.
It is a sufficient testimony that they are no way of the same original with the several barbarous nations that run up and down naked in New Spain. Okay? You came up across different groups, different tribes. You got certain people just running around naked, but you try to make it sound like everyone was like that.
So we lived among, is what he's saying is we lived among them and we were naked and they were not. So if you were historically here, where is your diet once again? You don't have it, but let's continue.
Because you don't want the world to know how advanced these people were. So for the inhabitants of Mexico went anciently clothed in cotton. On their heads they wore a high plume of red feathers, about their necks, over their shoulders, breast, and back, a kind of large thorax of feathers, curiously pleated, each arm adorned with armlets, and their middles girt with broad white girdles full of red streaks. Instead of garters, they wore laces of feathers, as also a little above their ankles. Their priest besmeared all their bodies, especially the head, with an ointment, whose special virtue.
I want to show this to you right here. You see the each armed adorned with armlets? Those are arm braces, okay? So I'm going to share this with y'all real quick. So check this out. These Africans here, right? They want to claim that the designers of these bracers, arm bracers, okay? But IUIC arm bracers, okay? Watch this. These right here, okay? So you see this design? Prior to me coming into this understanding, okay, nobody in these camps even knew about this. All right, let me show you this real quick. My camera died. Nobody in these camps knew about this here. All right, and then they were buying these things. They're just buying them, right? Watch this. Let me see if I can find one here. See those bracers? These arm bracers here. I created this design for them. Yes, it was me who created this design for you. It wasn't you guys. It was me. Ask about me in San Diego. Prior to me, y'all had no clue what this was about. You were buying them from China and Amazon. That flimsy, cheap-ass fake leather. You had no clue that you could put actual vinyl on it with designs and gold plates and all these things. But you still couldn't measure to my style. So again, I'm showing you this because it is in our spirit. It is in our spirit. So let's continue.
Virtue was to make their hair grow exceeding long, which
now I've never seen Negroes grow hair long. You guys grow afros. Stop it.
They braided with broad cotton strings. They also smudged themselves with kind of blacking stuff. Okay.
See, meaning that they darkened their skin. Oh, really? Let's continue.
When they went to make offerings to their idol in caves, okay, woods or on high mountains. That's like the same thing with the Druids. They would go out to the woods, high places, caves. They would be by the.
By the way, I'm going to do the class on Halloween, and I'm going to show you who the true Druids were. Yes, the true Druids were you so-called Africans. It was Canaan who took the Druidism to Ireland. All of the stone edges, all of that, it was Canaan. It was a Canaanite thing. Oh, it's going to hurt you, man, when I do that class. Because Halloween's coming, and I want to get real historical on it. Well, let's continue.
Themselves, right? Same thing the Hebrews do, okay? So they bedewed themselves with an ointment made of spiders, salamanders, adders, scorpions, and toads, which the temple boys caught for them in great abundance. This ointment they made with many circumstances, for having roasted the aforementioned vermin on the hearth of the perpetual fire before Vitzpuchli's altar, and stamped the same in a mortar with tobacco, living scorpions, the seed, okay, Olachukri, to which they ascribed a power of representing visions. Okay, so just gotta get a little bit more information. But let's see what these ancient Mexicans look like. How were they depicted in 1671? This is what the ancient Mexicans look like. This is how they went around in attire right here. This is what they look like. Looks much different than what you're seeing today. Now, I know that because whoever the Most High is waking up at this point, that's who he's dealing with. We're going to be mixed. We're not going to all look the same at this point. Okay? So the Most High knows who are his people and who's not. So,
hey, listen, family, I just want to say this, that Scottish, yes, sir. Black Scots, that's right. Black Scots, I remember that. I read about them. You have also Black European Scottish, yes, sir. Have you seen the research guy video? He promotes the same information like Big Judah. The research guy, we talk about like thoughts, camera, action, something like that. Yeah, well, I don't know I don't know which guy you're talking about, but I mean, this is in one way or the other. Now they're trying to cling. So this guy is technically now giving into these. Oh, we mix. So let me say this. You see how this brother right here? First of all, the drawing who drew this right here, they weren't even here. Okay, this was based on his assumption. Second, my entire family, we are thick-legged like this. We got thick legs. I have thick ass calves, fam. I have like thick ass Samoan calves. Like they tell me, tree trunks. Okay. So, and my brothers, they are too. My oldest brother's 6'1", and he's got tree trunks of legs. So I don't know what you mean by depiction. These guys don't look at his nose. Look at his nose. This profile is like ours. These guys don't even look African. They got long hair. So that's one thing. Let me read this. Columbus once revered by increasingly seen as an exploiter in the United States, wrote that the indigenous people he encountered were not black as Guinea, but their hair is straight and coarse. Yeah, that's from James Adair. James Adair, like in the 4th page, it actually says that. Thin lip too. Let's continue.
So many people who are being awakened don't all look like this. We already know that. All right. He's waking up Israelites. He's also waking up Gentiles. He's waking up whoever he's dealing with. And we have to understand that. But what we have to understand also is that the ancient people that they keep trying to push Africa on were the ones that looked just like this that the Spaniards encountered when they came to Mexico.
Okay, so if that's the case, then what about the Papal Bull? The Papal Bull was separate. Let's see. Portugal had Africa. Okay. Spain had America. So if Spaniards so-called, came to America and they're familiar with Africans and they ran into this land, then they would have assumed we're not in the Americas, we're in Africa because we're seeing African-looking people. How come that completely goes over your Afro-ish hair? I don't understand that. Let's go.
When they came and took down the ancient Mexicans, the people look like this. But see, it's like they're all Confederate. We're making it seem like we are not the people. They'll accept all these, so-called Europeans. They're Cherokee. Oh, we're Cherokee. We got Cherokee in our blood. But they look like they're Europeans. They have no problem accepting that. But they have a hard.
No, as a matter of fact, no, we don't accept them at all. I met this so-called native person. She gave me her Native American card. Lady looked white as hell. When I told her I was 92%, as I did my DNA, she looked at me with hateful, disgusting eyes. The same way you Negroes look at us too. So you see, fam, the 12-type chart didn't work. So now they're saying they're of this continent. They're using material in books. Oh, look. It kind of says that we look like them. Yeah, but where's your diet, dummy? You still eat chitlins. You still eat cornbread. You still eat collard greens. Maybe you don't eat chitlins. Maybe you don't. Okay, fine. But you still eat all that. You don't absolutely have any of the American continent diet in your plate ever. So we took that from you too?
Harder time when it's a so-called Negro or so-called black person saying, I'm the Aborigine. I'm the one that was here first. Then they have a hard time with that. But it would make sense because if you've taken oaths and you got to make sure that this specific group of people never knows who they are, then you understand why all of them try to say that, no, you're not the people. Oh, you're trying to steal some.
Again, it says here, whose special virtue was to make bodies, especially the head, with ointment. Their priests besmeared all their bodies, especially the head, with an ointment, whose special virtue was to make their hair grow exceedingly long, which they braided with broad cotton strings. Now, when have we seen Negroes with long freaking hair? No, you guys have afros. It goes up. It goes up. It doesn't go down. Just like the sister that wiped the tears of the Messiah's foot, she used her hair to wipe it off. What did she do? If she had an afro, did she like twist her neck down in his feet and wiped her afro hair around his foot, like shuck it around? You know what I mean? Like shuck it around. Y'all are silly, man. Y'all are silly.
Someone else's heritage. You're trying to steal someone else's, history. When that's exactly that's happened to us. So just take a real good look at how they depicted the ancient Mexicans, how they depicted the people that the Spaniards ran into and encountered when they got here.
Spaniards that brought Africans that held dependent at every single stop. Really?
Now, show me. There are pictures of other natives who look like natives of today. Now, I'm not saying that they weren't here. I'm sure that they were, because there's going to be a mix. Just like there's a mix now of people that looks different. That would have been the same thing back then.
As you can see, the 12 chart didn't work out that well, did it? But again, they love y'all, fam. They love y'all, man. They want to be y'all so bad. They want to be you guys so bad. I don't know who he is, and I don't really care. I'll debate this dude any day, all time. But I don't think he will. Because a lot of people here, they say they want to debate me. I put them on Facebook. I create a channel. I create a link, and none of them. Oh, you can't? No, I haven't played it. Let me see this real quick. You can't hear my voice. You can't hear the video. Our gold is in grain, el maíz, where they making tortillas a mano. Yep, that's right, bro. They don't have matzah in their diet. They don't have anything like that. Matter of fact, the scriptures talk about this right here, bro. Like, dude, all praises to the Most High, because you're actually on point. Check this out. That was my following scripture. I was gonna read it after this video, but no, man. All praises to the Most High. I think it's time to bring it out right now because it makes perfect sense. Okay, watch this. Isaiah 62:1. Zion's coming salvation. I will speak out to encourage Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people first. I will not be silent until she is saved. That's what the Most High is asking of us. And her victory shines like a torch at night. So you guys can see who you are. You see the beauty in you, that we have the chance to repent, that we have the chance to get it right, that we have the chance to possibly not have to deal with these spirits, that we can actually fight them through the scriptures. All right? Jerusalem, my brothers and sisters, the nations will see you victorious. All their kings will see your glory. You will be called by a new name, a name given by the Most High himself. You will be like a beautiful crown for the Most High. No longer will you be called forsaken, or your land be called the desert wife. Your new name will be God is pleased with her. Your land will be called happily married, because the Most High is pleased with you, and he will be a husband to you, to your land, meaning your people and your mind. Like a young man having a virgin as his bride, he who formed you will marry you. As a groom is delighted with his bride, so your God will be delighted in you. On your walls, Jerusalem, I have placed sentries, meaning watchmen. They must never be silent day or night, meaning us. They must remind the Most High of his promise and never let him forget them. They must give him no rest until he restores Jerusalem and makes it a city the whole world praises. Watch this real quick. Verse 62 and 8. I'm gonna read it this way because it says it. The Lord hath sworn by his right hand and by the arm of his strength, surely I will no more give thy corn I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies. I will no more give tortillas. They will never have it. The sons of the stranger shall not drink thy wine, for that which thou hast labored. You see that, family? That's why I was saying our God is in the grain, el maíz, where they're making tortillas a mano at. That's right, bro. You see this? Surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies. Right there. Man, if that's not an identification of who we are according to the Bible, it's literally saying it, that the Hebrews of the Bible would be dealing with corn on a consistent basis. We'd be dealing with corn. And now that's going to identify us. Surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies. Nah, that corn belongs to us. That corn has always been ours. And that corn is representing who we are. And it's a reminder that we're still here. It's a reminder that we are the people of the book. So keep that in mind, fam. So now let's listen into this. Let's see what he got to say.
Who are the original people of these lands? And who is the Most High going to return the lands to? See, it depends. It's really important to know who the people are. And that goes all over the world. Now, we have to understand that the Americas, and I got to make sure I catch myself on this as well. The Americas are these great lands with these different seasons were given to Shem. Not everyone in Shem's line are the Israelites. We have.
He believes then, I guess, America is the land. Like, you know, Egypt was here and all that. So I guess second answer is you don't believe in the Apocrypha then. I don't know. Let's go.
Cousins and everything else. They're also here with us, okay, on these lands as well. So there is a difference between certain groups of people that you call aboriginals or natives or whatever else. They're not all going to be Hebrews. They're not all going to be Israelites. Like I said, we also have our cousins. We also got other people that are going to be here. We got Gentiles that were cleaving to us as well. Okay, so the Gentiles were allowed to cleave to the Israelites. They saw the truth, and the Most High put it on their spirits to follow the Israelites. But see, the churches have wanted to usurp our status, and that's exactly what they've done. And so and even today, it's like a subconscious thing. People don't want to admit that us so-called, what you call them today, Negroes or black people, are the original Mexicans that. The Europeans found when they got here.
Hold on.
But you call them today Negroes or black people.
Let me see this again.
And so, and even today, it's like a subconscious thing. People don't want to admit that us so-called, what you call them today Negroes or black people, are the original Mexicans that the Europeans found when they got here. But see,
you see, family, man, I'm telling you. Soy mexicano de bandera. I'm telling you, fam. I'm telling you, man, they love everything about you, but they hate everything about you. So now black people are saying they're Mexicans. So all of the history, Operation Wetback and all of that, they were never kicked out. Ever. To me, they're just trying to cling on to something. Trying to hang on to that corn that don't ever and will never belong to them. Yeah. You can't hear it, bro? I can hear it. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I can hear it. Oh, you seen the video? You mean the video?
in older books, they couldn't hide that because it was a well-known fact. We were asleep, but we were still, the vast majority of people that was here still looked like us. They knew that the people in authority given these lands looked like myself or people like us. So in books from way in the past, they show you these types of things. They show you in their pictures. We're going to take a look here at this book, America Being the Last, or Being the Latest, okay, the most accurate description of the New World. This is one of the books that's been for sale for a very long time. You get much closer to the, primary sources right here. We already know, what they're going to do with these prices, right? Contains the original, all right, of the inhabitants and the remarkable voyages that the conquest of the vast empires of Mexico and Peru and other large provinces and territories. Now, Mexico, as you know it today, was a country established in the late 1800s. Who were the original Mexicans, as they call them, before that? Who were the people that the Europeans were encountering when they got here? That's what's contained in this book. And as you can see, the price of this book is like, what, $58,500? Why is it they don't want you to know this? Why does it make it so difficult for you to get your hands on this information?
You can get it on archive.org. I have it.
About what the European plantations, with the several European plantations in those parts, also their cities, fortresses.
Jano will be as a fake Jew.
Towns, temples, mountains, and rivers.
And in this book, he actually says that the natives had thin hair. I mean, thin lips. And they didn't have a flat nose either. No, they did have kinky hair. Stupid ass.
Their habits, customs, manner, and religions. I mean, a lot of them were Hebrews, okay, Israelites. That run up and down naked in news paints. So we have cousins, we have other people, that were here in the lands as well, and they were probably not following the same customs or doing the same things as we are, and they were kind of like, they know there's a difference between the groups of people that were here, okay? But it talks about right there, again, you just imagine what it must have looked like. It must have looked.
As you can see, he's using the same material that he used last time. Nothing more, nothing less. So let's listen in real quick.
And understanding. And are you going to accept it from someone that looks like me? See, we're black, you're trying to say all these negative things about us. Ungodly, sinful, guilty. These are some of the synonyms for the word black. And like I said, and that's what you do is like when you call people black, you're not talking about their skin color, because there's plenty of people who are in different nations that are even darker than I am. So it's not that you're using it like as an adjective, you're using it like as a verb, as a state of being. So when you're trying to say that we're black, you're trying to say all these negative things about us. Which, hey man, when you say white, there's all these positive things, pure, innocent.
Wrong. We don't have any of that correlation with Anglos. We know our experience with Anglos. What we're finding out is that you Negroes, you Africans, you wannabe Mexicans, okay, were in cahoots with them the whole time. You were just in the closet hiding. They're pulling the strings. You're the puppets. We did not know that until now.
Godly, pretty much angelic, all those things you guys want to say. It doesn't matter. I said, because ultimately right now, it's about the Most High bringing back knowledge and understanding. And are you going to accept it from someone that looks like me? See, your pastors and priests will come and they'll portray themselves all godly and pure and everything.
Family, how many years have these people had said that they're the people of the Bible? Since 1860.
Gotcha, bitch.
And in 1920, 30, or 40, they had Matthews doing witchcraft with the, that star of the fake Jews that Sakari loves to worship and suck on, that demon star. Yeah. Like this, are you serious? Like that Black Fathers, bro. Hey, straight up. Matter of fact, let me read it. I'm glad. Watch this real quick. It's called the I think Maya. Was it this one? Yeah, this is it. So let's go to page 61. This is the book called The Maya Conquistadors, okay? So let me show you real quick, first of all. The Maya Conquistadors. Hold on. Maya Conquistadors. Give me a second. And I'm getting itchy here, man. The Maya Conquistadors. In this book here, it's talking about the Maya Conquistador Matthew Ristall. Okay, it's not expensive. It's not an expensive book. All right. So you see here, you see how he's painted. You see that shade. We're light skinned, but we would use paint like ointments. Okay. This is something this idiot doesn't want to understand, but it's okay. It's all right. Let's educate him. Okay. Let's educate him real quick, because the only way to educate people with stupidity is by reading and helping them read comprehensively. It says, because it is truly necessary that they come into our district, for it happened that since the arrival of the bishop whom you sent. Hold on a second. Yes, you can see it. Beautiful. Let me go like here. The hell with it. Let me just do it like this. It says here. All right. So it says, because it is truly necessary that they come into our district, for it happened that since the arrival of the bishop whom you sent, named Fray Francisco Toral, he brought and distributed blackety black padres. They are falsely named clergymen. Really? That's one. That's one, page 160. Page 160, 61. They do not love us, nor are we in their hearts. Furthermore, we are not accustomed to being among them. This is Maya speaking of their own experience. We have spoken to them only a few times to see this or say that. Neither do they know our language here, nor do we know their Castilian language. Wait, what? You mean Africans, black people spoke Castellano? Ladinos. They were called Ladinos. You see, this is something you Africans don't know because you don't like to read. You regurgitate. You're very good at regurgitating. You mimic. It's called mimicking. Repeating what we say, and then you just spit it out. You don't actually dissect it and chew it for yourself. No, you selectively go into what actually matters to you, what emotionally feels good, because you guys are emotional people. You're very fleshly. That's why you're all about promiscuousness, body count, parties, money, fame, shoes, you name it, vanity, cars, hoes, bitches, hoes, and shit. That right? That's what you guys say. Neither do they know our language. I'm sorry. We have spoken to them only a few times to see. I'm sorry. Let me read it again. They do not love us, nor are we in their hearts. Furthermore, we are not accustomed to being among them. We have spoken to them only a few times, meaning the black fathers, the African fathers, to see this or say that. Neither do they know our language here. Nor do we know their Castilian language. Castellano. African speaking Castellano. Yeah. Nor do they really devote themselves to us. Although we need them, thus we do engage them in vain because we have to. Because it's kind of saying, we know they don't care a hell about us, but you know, what else do we got? So now we are inquiring an understanding of the ways of the black fathers. So he's like, yo, I don't understand these guys. Like, why are they all the way they are? They often do not know how to trade, as they have their commerce with the Spaniards there. They will have no commerce with us. So black people, right, in positions of power, they didn't want to deal with us. There are men with goods to sell who have gone before a judge, juezil, so as to be given a license in order to trade with whomever they meet. But the clergy don't take them. They travel a lot, and so they are not able to. They really do not want different goods because they would thus pile up every day too many things. Okay? Now, page 162. Don't used to doing that kind of thing, nor does anything arrest their hearts. But these oppressive clergymen, meaning black people, all right, African American people that look like you, all right, get that through your thick head. People that look like you, okay, are doing this right here. But these oppressive clergymen get really angry at us while forcing us to work in their homes. Nate the Snake. You mean the wetback? Doing whatever they tell us. For these black men, that's why you so-called Mexicans, they call you guys Issachar. You guys are donkeys to them. You're just workers. That's it. You are silly dogs. You have a very small brain. You're no good kings. That's what they say. Okay? In case y'all don't know, you so-called Mexicans, you so-called Hispanics are silly doves to them. Y'all are stupid. Silly dove means you have no brain. Que eres un pendejo, güey. For those black men, okay, or Negro men, or African men, have their own homes. And servants. What? And their own horses and rabbits. Furthermore, as they have settled in our kahab, we are providing them with food and household goods. They have neither paid a thing, nor do we ask them to. Oh, wait, they don't need to pay a thing? Something very common, isn't it? Yeah, I like to get by without paying a damn thing. That's why you break into these stores. That's why that guy, Matthew, whatever, he's like, listen, you say that we're the people. We're not. Based on what I see online, we are taking things. We neither want to pay for them, and we don't actually ask for them. We just take it. For they are ashamed of us and afraid of us too. Although, and this is what I'm saying, they are ashamed of you and afraid of you. They hate you, but they're afraid of you. They love you, but they hate you because they can't be you. Although they are the guardians and are given to responsibility and are asked to go to each ka. And as they are not paid by the bishop's ka, the burden is given to us. Reparations, but there is no salary. So now we give them too much food and they do not pay us. Oh my dear God.
Gotcha, bitch.
We now pay them well and fully to be guardians of many cobs. Meanwhile, may you reimburse us, you great reigning ruler, with whatever the bishop that is here in the province of Yucatan orders. Yucatan. May you the governor, Don Luis Céspedes de Oviedo, see that we do not have many things, but we are always being robbed. What the hell? Again, to this day. This is the very reason why there's discord, meaning a distaste, a disagreement with the bishop that is here in this providence, and discord with all black padres. Thus, we are unhappy and tortured by them. And we are locked up in jail just for not going along with the authority credited by your magistrate. So we may be charged whatever money we have in our hands. This is the price we pay for our own homes. We do not know we do not know any reason for us to be tortured and damned by your magistrates, pinches negros, and the other Spaniards, pinches güeros, which we have lamented from the depths of our heart. If you guys read this, it's pretty sad. So now let's go to other page. Page 163. It says here. I'll go here. It should not be the black clothes padres. They really take money. Nothing new under the sun, family. They really ask for a great deal of money. To what? So you can buy drinks and pour them out? The $700 bottles? They drive us mad over money. So you Africans have never. This is why we know that it was you that was up in Europe ruling. Your brothers, I don't know which is Canaan or Philistines, whichever one of you. But you guys love gold. You guys love money. That's why you wear those gold earrings, gold rings, gold necklaces, so-called gold teeth. They drive us mad over money. Therefore, these words they say to you, they are not lies. I'm sorry, we say to you, they're not lies. For this is really the truth. We will now prove it, which is what I'm doing. For they were many black padres, 21, that came with the Spaniards, and not one of them knew our language here. They were speaking Castellano. Only one of them did, but the padre who entered did not teach. For at that time, there were no elders, just boys. They traded in other cobs. Moreover, they wished to say little. The black padres, those black ones, meaning Africans, people like you, okay, like you, with your flat nose, right, and that afro of yours, okay? The black padres, those black ones, they hated us. They hated us. Let's continue.
Else, but they've been responsible for covering up or committing the most heinous crimes ever. They've gone around, raped, robbed, murdered, stolen everything, hidden the history, hidden their actions. They do all of it today. They're priests are still guilty of all these things, and all they've done is move.
Sorry, fam, I was just talking. What I'm saying is, let me read it. To go with the language, Deuteronomy 28:49, the Lord will raise up a distant nation against you, one from the other side of the earth as the eagle flieth, a nation whose language you will not understand. Well, guess what? The Amorites, their emblem, the two-headed eagle, black.
Gotcha, bitch.
Guess what? Portugal, two-headed eagle.
Gotcha, bitch.
Spain, a black two-headed eagle.
Gotcha, bitch.
And guess who else? Moors.
Gotcha, bitch.
So guess what? This is who you guys are.
From place to place. They never pay for anything. And you will go ahead and continue to bless them or excuse all their actions because that's what's in your DNA. Hidden their actions. They do all of it today. The priests are still guilty of all these things, and all they've done is move them from place to place. They never pay for anything. And you will go ahead and continue to bless them or excuse all their actions because that's what's in your DNA. That's part of the oath. But the Most bringing out knowledge, understanding now, and are you going to be able to accept that from someone that looks like me? You say you love everyone. I said, take what I'm showing you and test it. Test what I'm saying. Go look for ancient pictures and ancient depictions and see what you find. Go check out those old mech heads and see what you find. Why is it that you'll listen to the Europeans and the things that they're telling you and you won't even question anything? But I'm showing you a book from the 1600s that's depicting the original Mexicans as so-called Negroes. And it's not just one picture, it's a lot of them. So now you can see why you always wonder, like, why is that book so expensive? Why is it we can't see those books? They always tell you to go to the original source or try to go and get first-hand accounts, try to get primary sources. And when we bring those primary sources to you, you still want to, act like you don't see it. But
Well. I'm almost done, family. Okay? So now let's do this. We're going to read about that. I got a Spanish book, and it talks about this. So they say that they don't know. Okay? But they do know. Watch this.
Why do you wish to sail west?
To open a new route to Asia. Asia is the richest kingdom, the land of spices and gold. At the moment, there are only two ways of reaching it. By sea, sailing around the African continent. The journey takes a year. Or by land. But the Turks have closed this route to all Christians. There is a third way. By sailing west across the ocean sea.
The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite.
Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands.
How can you be so certain?
The calculations of Toscanelli, Marin de Tir, Esdras.
Esdras is a Jew.
So what's worse?
2 minutes, and already you're a dead man.
For telling the truth?
Yes. We are burning people for less.
Check this out. Check this out. This is from a book called Vida del Muy Magnífico Cristóbal Colón. Culero. Page, it's in Spanish, page 127. So let's read it, okay? And then we'll be done. Este sistema de errores le venía a situar el Asia, o sea, su India, casi exactamente en la costa atlántica de América. En esta una de las grandes casualidades de la historia, y nada tiene de extraño que al topar con tierra precisamente donde donde la esperaba, Colón se aferrase a su idea de que había desembarcado en Asia. Y sin embargo, seguro como estaba de sí mismo, sobre todo cuando estaba en pleno error, muchos nos equivocaríamos al imaginar como un bloqueo único aquel ser tan complejo y fluido. La conclusión más razonable que se desprende de sus actos y escritos es que aún su voluntad era como un tronco único y firme. Sus ideas eran móviles y múltiples, como ramas. Así sucede en particular con la noción fundamental de todo su plan, la anchura del mar que separaba a Portugal de las Indias. No cabe duda de que sus opiniones sobre este punto habían madurado bajo la influencia de Toscanelli. Now we saw the video that he said that. Pero también que se debían en parte a sus propias ideas sobre la longitud del grado terrestre. Ni cabe olvidar otras influencias y en particular la del profeta Esdras, uno de los autores sagrados de los libros apócrifos, a quien no se sabe por qué concedía Colón una autoridad inmensa. So this so-called Christopher Columbus studied the scriptures and he believed in Esdras. Some say that he was a fake Jew. Es probable que travese conocimiento en Esdras leyendo a Diali, pero no estaba claro por qué dio a esta autoridad. una importancia especial entre otras, como Aristóteles y Plinio, citada en el mismo capítulo y merecedoras de mayor crédito en materia de geografía. Como no quepa explicar este hecho singular como una atracción subconsciente del visionero judeo español, ¿ya ven? Hacia el profeta judeo. You see what I'm saying, fam? So we're seeing here, what does that say? Mi vieja hace tortillas a mano. Hey, bro, that's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful. Hold on a second, man. Hold on, let me see that. Hold on. No, it's not this one. Is it this one? No, hold on a second. That's right. There you go. Hey, I'm actually working with some people right now where we're going to start selling de estas máquinas que hacen tortillas en vez de a mano, you know, así como el estilo mexicano, güey. Qué buena onda, brother, qué buena onda. Colón invoca a Esdras constantemente en apoyo a su plan. You see that? He invokes Esdras constantly with regarding his plan. Tanto antes como después del descubrimiento. You see, before he found it and after. Su nota sobre Esdras es margen de ahí. Es una página típicamente medieval, old. Una página nomás. One page. Que abre de estudiarse más adelante. Que habrá de estudiarse más adelante. This letter. Basta por ahora subrayar que para Colón, el aporte de Esdras y su proyecto es una afirmación concreta que él adoptó a pies juntillas. El mundo es 6 partes seco y una parte mar. So he understood about the 7th part. The 7th part is what he's saying. Okay, let's continue. Page 128. Then it says, Salvador de Madariaga. Es curioso que, a pesar de la insistencia de Colón en declarar explícitamente a Esdras como la autoridad en que se apoya, nadie parece haberse preguntado si el navegante que cruza el Atlántico como un hipnótico, de hecho hasta Guanajina, en lugar de navegar por Marino, Ptolomeo o Toscalini, navegaba por Esdras. Ya dice, escribe los Reyes Católicos en 1502, que para la execución de la impresa de las Indias no me aprovecha razón, ni matemática, ni mapamundos. Llenamente se cumplió lo que dijo Isaías. Llenamente se cumplió lo que dijo Isaías. I think it's Isaiah 50 or 39, something like that. Muchos han discutido, los técnicos, porque Colón estaba seguro de hallar islas entre 6 o 700 leguas a poniente de la Gomera, como hemos de ver cuando la acompañamos en su primer viaje. Pero es claro que si navegaba por Esdras, solo un séptimo de la tierra estaba para el descubierto de agua. You see, the 7th part. Y entonces, o calculaba este séptimo en grados o lo calculaba en superficie. En el primer caso, tenía que medir el agua entre España y la India como un séptimo de 360 grados, o sea, 51 grados, que a razón de 50 millas que él daba al grado de la altura de las Canarias son 2.550 millas, o sea, 537.050 leguas. Let's go here. De las numerosas notas de Adili, se desprende que para él el hemisferio sur estaba poblado, es decir, seco. No es verdad, escribe, comentando un acerto similar a Diaghi, que la mitad de la tierra está descubierta de agua. La cuarta parte de la tierra, the fourth part, que está bajo el Ecuador, opuesta a nosotros, es semejante a la nuestra y por lo tanto ambas están sobre el agua y son habitables. Unas líneas más arriba afirma idéntica crecencia, llevándola más allá de los límites de lo científico. Okay? So let's continue here real quick. Let me go out to page 29, just so we can kind of finish it. Let's see if it's something important to read. Y'all can, if you want, go ahead and keep a copy of this. Okay, we're good. I don't know why I jotted that down. Not sure why. Now, check this out, fam. Okay, this is regarding the Moors. So you can see that this was not a lie. Okay? Remember, facts. We're talking about facts, not this false history. Los moros españoles, page 197, al ver que la campaña comenzaba en 1482, iba poco a poco devorándoles el territorio que todavía ocupaba en la península. Habían hecho un llamamiento al gran sultán, the Moors, el cual había escrito el Papa pidiendo el cese de la guerra, bajo amenaza de tratar a los cristianos de su dominio como el rey y la reina de Castilla trataban a los moros. Fernando y Isabela contestaron que no había paridad, que los Moors, habían invadido injustamente a España y por lo tanto la guerra contra ellos era guerra justa, que no contentos con poseer Granada, atacaban constantemente los territorios vecinos y que los moros, the Moors, que permanecieran en territorios cristianos españoles vivían en paz. Y añadían los reyes, conservan sus personas en toda libertad, posean sus bienes libremente, los conscientes vivir en su ley con toda ascensión sin les hacer premio. En una palabra, los reyes, después de reflexionar sobre el asunto, grave para ellos aún para toda la cristianidad, decidieron pechar con el riesgo y continuar la guerra. Pero este incidente provocó en el alma de Colón profundas emociones religiosas que surgían de su añeja tradición, alimentada en el Antiguo Testamento. Jerusalén era para él una palabra llena de resonancia. Aquellos dos friales vienen de Jerusalén. Los santos lugares estaban en manos de los infieles. ¿Qué objeto más digno de un gran caballero cristiano, sobre todo de un caballero cristiano nacido en aquella casa de David, cuyo nombre estaba constantemente en sus labios? David, el rey muy sabio, guarda oveja y después fue hecho rey de Jerusalén. Y yo soy siervo de aquel mismo Señor que puso a David en este estado. You see this? You see what he's saying? He was saying that he was a so-called Jew. Christopher Columbus is admitting that he was of the line of them. Now we know that's not true. Now he's basically continuing to say that they needed this gold to rebuild the house of David. Estas orgullosas palabras revelan la hondura de su unión subconsciente con la casa de David. This is my opinion, family, but America is ran by these people, the Israelis. That's just my opinion. They're the real puppeteers. Rasgo típico, dicho sea de paso, del converso español aristocrático. Colón debe de sentir entonces que aquella vocación para los altos hechos divinos, aquella necesidad de servir a Dios, de seguro le inspiraba cuando luchando a brazo partido, page 198, con las olas iba andando hacia Portugal y que poco a poco se le había ido aclarando a medida que luchaba con las olas del mar cortante en Castilla. Se revelaba al fin por completo con esta llegada providencial de los embajadores del gran sultán, precisamente durante su estancia en Baza. El descubrimiento de Zipango, o el descubrimiento Zipango, las nuevas razas de cristianizar, el oro, las perlas y las especies, desde luego. Pero ¿para qué todo ello? Sería su propia transfiguración de oscura marinero en gran almirante del mar, océano, un acontecimiento suficiente para movilizar a la provincia. Siempre quedaría en su espíritu cierta duda sobre el significado pleno de su misión. Pero ahora el Señor había aclarado esta duda al llevarle a Baza precisamente cuando iban a llegar sus dos emisarios. El Señor le decía, esta es tu misión y este tu cometido. El occidente solo es un paso para el oriente, alto camino para un fin más alto. Ve, vence, vuelve con toda la riqueza de las Indias que Marco Polo te ha escrito y que yo te he enseñado por Esdras, mi profeta. Estar más cercana a España de lo que las gentes creen. Y con toda esta riqueza, rescata la ocupación infiel, el santo sepulcro de mi hijo y la casa de Zion, en la que David, rey de tu pueblo, cantó mis loas. Y por este servicio a judíos y cristianos, elévate en triunfo sobre las llamas sobre las llamas de Torcomeda. Esta voz resonaba sin duda en su alma. Esta visión brillaba sin duda en su imaginación. Cuando un día, probablemente en Baza, según él mismo cuenta, protesté a vuestras altezas que toda la gran ganancia de esta mi empresa se gastase en la conquista de Jerusalén. Y vuestras altezas se rieron y dijeron que las placía y que sin estos tenían aquella gana. Let me read that again. Esta voz resonaba sin duda en su alma. Hasta visiones brillaban su duda en su imaginación. Cuando un día, probablemente en Baza, según él mismo cuenta, protesté a vuestra alteza que toda la ganancia de esta mi empresa se gastase en la conquista de Jerusalén. That's pretty heavy. So now, some of you guys are wondering, probably, does this say this in the scriptures? Yes, it's actually here. This is the prophecy of when Christopher Columbus would get here. Let's read it. Wisdom of Solomon 14:1. Again, one preparing himself to sail and about to pass through the raging waves, called upon a piece of wood more rotten than the vessel that carried him, meaning the cross, right? They prayed to the cross. They said these Jews and Christians, right? For verily, the desire of gain devised that. Didn't he say we need to go and get the gold for David? Conquer Jerusalem? And the workman built it by his skill. Let's read it again. Again, one preparing to sail, about to pass through the raging waves, the big distance, the long distance. They've never took that trip. Call it upon a piece of wood, more rotten than the vessel that carried him, because these boats weren't really well built. For verily, now remember, the wood is the piece of wood is the cross. For verily, desire of gain devised that, because they wanted the gold, the renaissance, the rebirth. And the workman built it by his skill. But thy providence, O Father, govern it. For thou hast made a way in the sea and a safe path in the waves. Because there was a time where Christopher Columbus was lost in the sea. 2 months out there. They were losing hope. They couldn't get past that cloud, so to speak. So if you guys seen the movie from King Kong, it's kind of like that. Like, we goes into this island. It's like they pass this fog, and then you see the island. It's just like that. Showing that thou cannot save from all danger. Yea, though man went to the sea without art, meaning he had no direction, he had no sincere mapping, he didn't have a compass, He wasn't like a real good navigator. Christopher Columbus was not known for that. Okay. Nevertheless, though, would it not that the works of thy wisdom should be idle? And therefore, do men commit their lives to a small piece of wood, right? Commit their lives. It's this Christian God that's going to get us through this. And passing the rough sea in a weak vessel are saved, because that boat should have never made it to this area. But because it was saved of the Most High. Why? Nevertheless, thou wouldest not that the works of thy wisdom should be idle. The Most High was manifesting this to happen. For in the old times, when the proud giants perished, the hope of the world governed by the hand escaped in a weak vessel and left to all ages a seed of generation. For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh. See, that confuses people, meaning that the Most High's righteousness is his belt. It's his belt. So blessed is the wood whereby the Most High's belt is coming. But that which is made with hands is cursed, as well as it, as he that made it. He, because he made it, and it, because being incorruptible, it was called God. So now this whole Christendom, submit yourself to Christianity. This is the God that he's talking about. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto God. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. That says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles, so there be a visitation. Because in the creature of God, there become an abomination, a stumbling block to the souls of men, and the snares of the feet and unwise. I'm going to finish it with this. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication and the invention of the corruption of life. So as you can see right here is the whole passage. He made the way for him to come here. It's prophetic. So in case you guys don't know, it's prophetic right here. Let me finish it off. Then we're done. Lord willing, it was edifying. Lord willing. 1 Corinthians 16:15, it says, I beseech you, brethren. Here, I'll read it with this one here. It says here, man, why is my nose itchy? It says, 1 Corinthians 16:15, you know about Stephanus and his family. They are the first Christian converts in Achaia and have given themselves to the service of God's people. I beg you, my friends. Huh? I see what you mean. The translation is different. I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus, that it is the first fruits of Achaia, and that they are addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. So I use this because you guys have to really be addicted to this now. Once you start finding out who you are, once you really see that they want something from you, why are you so valuable to them? Why? Right? Like, why should you be so valuable? Why is your heritage so important to people? Because there's a beautiful heritage, family. It's something to be proud of, but not boastful. Proud with sincere humility. Our goal is to repent, cleanse our ways, get those shackles of discipline, become better men, become good trees. Jeremiah 20:9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more. Here, let me read this. Verse 7. O Lord, thou hast deceived me. This is what happens to a lot of us. I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed, and I am in derision daily. Everyone mocked me. At first, when I was bringing this out last year, man, that's what was happening. For since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoils, because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me, a derision daily. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more of his name. So I was like, I ain't doing this anymore. But his words was in my heart, my mind, as a burning fire shut up in my bones. And I was wary with forbearing, and I could not stay. So when you got that fire in you, it's just unbelievable. Wisdom of Solomon 6:11. Wherefore set your affections upon my words. Desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never faded away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. Wisdom is discipline. Put yourself to the shackles of the scriptures. Sirach 6:23-29. Leviticus 19:23 to 25. 2 Corinthians 11 and 5. Okay? She prevented them that desire her in making herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his door. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom. That's it. And whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. That's beautiful, family. So now let me show you this real quick. I'm going to show you this real quick. And then I'll finish it off. We're going to read page. A lot of reading today, but it's okay. I'm trying to stick to at least a couple hours, not going long. Page 48 and 49. Okay. I'm going to read right around here. Watch this. This is from a book called The Decade of Betrayal, Mexican Repatriation in 1923. So if you guys say your black people are Mexicans, how come this didn't happen to you? As a consequence of the horrendous working condition, the lack of even the most rudimentary sanitation and housing facilities, and prolonged malnutrition, Mexican families, they're not black, they're not Africans, suffered from a variety of serious illnesses and an inordinately high death rate. One of the most dreadful scourges afflicting the Mexican community was tuberculosis, the great pestilence of the period. The dreaded disease reached epidemic proportions in Mexican communities as early as 1929. Mexicans accounted for 21.2%, or 98 of the 461 cases of tuberculosis recorded that year in Los Angeles County. But they made up only 10% of the local population. By 1933, the number of Mexican cases had grown substantially. Now, you don't think that they were injecting us with this disease? Of course they were. Los Angeles County reported that Mexican cases constituted 30% of the 459 cases out of the total of 1,505 tuberculosis patients. The death rate among Mexican infants in Los Angeles was also exceedingly high. Methodist minister Brumley G. Oxnam reported that the infant mortality rate among Mexican children was 3 times greater than for the general population. Oxman's findings were later confirmed in the study conducted by Child Welfare Division of the Los Angeles Health Department. San Antonio, the city of second largest number of Mexican residents in the United States, had the highest ratio of tuberculin cases in North America cities with a population over 100,000. Mexicans constituted a significant portion of those cases, and their death rate was 3 times higher than it was for blacks and 4 times higher than for Anglos. In San Antonio, the death rate among Mexican children under 2 years old of age was 300% higher than for children in Anglo communities. The preceding statistics underscore the anguish, despair, and heartache that tuberculosis poses the Mexican community. Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 60. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law. Then will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. This is the last book. Let's not forget, fam. Please don't forget. Your empathy, your love should be focused on your people now. Any chance you get, you see a paletero out there, you see a lady selling tamales, whatever, obviously, eat kosher, help them out. Buy something from them. Because we have suffered too long. And now you got these nations wanting to be us. And they haven't suffered. They want the glory, but not the work. This is a book called, A Little Matter of Genocide. Okay. By Winston Ward Churchill. City Lights Book, San Francisco, 1997. Let's go here real quick. And then we'll call it because I got to work now. I'm about to open up. To open up my shop. Here it goes. The bigger the lie, the greater the likelihood that it will be believed. See that? Blacks are Mexicans now. Wobbles are of the Americas. Since the 12-type chart didn't work, now they have to go that route. During the 4th century, spanning the time between 1492, when Christopher Columbus first set foot in the New World of a Caribbean beach, financed by the fake Jews, helped by Africans, in 1892, 400 years, when the U.S. Census Bureau concluded that there were fewer than 250,000 indigenous people surviving within the country's claimed boundaries. A hemispheric population estimated had been as great as 125 million was reduced by something over 90%. I think it's less than that, probably like 80, 70%. I don't think about 90. The people had died in their millions of being, listen to this, hacked apart with axes. Think of, what's that movie? That scary movie about the family that eats people. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Remember how you would hack them apart with axes? And swords, burned alive, trampled under horses, hanged on meat hooks, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Remember, he would pick them up and hook them, and thrown over the sides of ships at sea. You see, family, this didn't happen to black people, Negroes. It happened to us. All those movies that you see, it's all propaganda, just like the Willie Lynch. Work to death as slave laborers. Till this day, we do. Because they don't like working. You guys want free money. We can see black fathers, they always wanted free money, free food, free gold, everything. You don't work for your shit. Intentionally starved and frozen to death during a multitude of forced marches and internments, like internment camps to this day, and in an unknown number of instances, deliberately infected with epidemic diseases. Damn. We just read about the tuberculosis. Today, every one of these practices is continued when deemed expedient by the settlers' population, which have restocked the native land base with themselves in various locales throughout the Americas. All praise to the Most High, family. Appreciate y'all being here. Okay. Shalom to everybody. It's 8:15. Time to get to work. I know you guys were at work already. All right. I hope it was edifying. Lord willing, I'll get to do another class tomorrow morning because that's kind of the routine right now. I'll go through these things and then I'll stop. So, it's the Most High giving me that energy. So all praises. Other than that, I believe, I believe that's it. So anyhow, y'all take care. Okay. Make sure you put in the work. Teach your family, teach your kids. Get in the scriptures. Show them the basics. Read Exodus. Read Deuteronomy. Read Leviticus. Show them those things. Talk about the growth, the renewing of the mind. That's what we have to stand for. All right, family? So, anyhow, outside of that, let's see what shows up tomorrow. Let's see what I'm going to play. I got it.
Did you know that?
Hold up. I like this song because he talks about examining himself. He said he used to see all in gray. Now he sees in colors. Same here, fam. The scriptures will help you fight those demons that you got. And if you really are sincere, the Most High will let them go. But because he has a bigger plan for you. If it gets in the way of your work, he will help you. But it is a buffer. Like gold tried in fire. And then eventually the gold doesn't get as much fire. It's put in water once it's shaped a little bit more. So it's levels. Shalom, fam. Love y'all very much, man. I really mean that, all right? Take care.
Quise dar el paso enfrente al dolor, donde había gris empecé a dibujar color. Quise dar el paso enfrente al dolor, donde había gris empecé a dibujar color. Empecé a dibujar color. No puedes rendirte, cargar a los demás con tu dolor. Debes vivir como un luchador, resistirte a perder lo bueno en tu interior, tratar de aportar algo, hacer del mundo algo mejor. Me dejé caer vuelas. Me gusta verte que vuelas cuando tú crees que caminas. Ando en los Perseidas, encerrado en la cabina, fabricando artefactos que ni imaginan. Las esquinas de mi ser no me dejan ser más grande, pero no voy a caer y a rendirme como un cobarde. Tengo sueños que cumplir, el corazón dentro me arde. Puede que mañana sea tarde. Te vi marchar, cuando me enteré tú ya no estabas. No debí esperar, no debí buscar. No me encontraba, no. Quise dar el paso, me enfrenté al dolor. Donde había gris empecé a dibujar color. Empecé a dibujar color. No puedes rendirte, cargar a los demás con tu dolor. Debes vivir como un luchador, resistirte a perder lo bueno en tu interior. Tratar de aportar algo, hacer del mundo algo mejor. Te gusta pensar que siempre podrás escapar de la tormenta, pero no puedes saber cuándo vendrá. Temes el dolor, pero alimentas las cosas que te hacen daño y crean inseguridad. Andas con la sensación de ser realidad inmensa, pero te sientes pequeño ante cualquier adversidad. Sigues tu criterio, crees saber lo que otros piensan, pero no eres capaz de comprender su complejidad. Pensar te hará dudar de lo que veas, lo que sientas. Serás la parte de ti que más alimentas. Tendrás que combatir el dolor con todas tus fuerzas para poder amar limpio y no dañar al que está cerca. ¿Cuántas veces me perdí por buscarme donde no era? ¿Cuántos momentos sentí ser de otra tierra, de otra era? Tanto tramo me perdí por correr tras quien no me espera. Tan condicionado por el miedo a que no me quisieran. Cuando el alma vive hostil, el cuerpo busca la manera de fingir, pero no empiezan a surgir fronteras. Barreras que no te dejan seguir, pero te hacen feliz si las superas. Me enfrenté al dolor. Donde había gris empecé a dibujar color. Empecé a dibujar color. No puedes rendirte, cargar a los demás con tu dolor. Debes vivir como un luchador, resistirte a perder lo bueno en tu interior. Tratar de aportar algo, hacer del mundo algo mejor. Dar el paso, me enfrenté al dolor. Donde había gris empecé a dibujar color. Empecé a dibujar color. No puedes rendirte, pagar a los demás con tu dolor. Debes vivir como un luchador, resistirte a perder lo bueno en tu interior. Tratar de aportar algo, hacer del mundo algo mejor.
Ical, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros ante esta pena tan grande. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.